Hello, welcome back. So the server maintenance is completed now. I believe it was the autumn event. They just added those. Not too familiar. I don't really remember much about it, but it's a good quest. I mean, it's not a good. Not a quest. It's a good event. There's a lot of benefit to be derived from it. So pretty cool. I'm not sure how active we'll be in it, but we'll have it in our back pocket. So this is just questing Purgatory, the very last one. We're done with questing now. The bulk of it, we got it all knocked out. Like Orbis, Elnaf, Aqua, Ludi, Omega. At the end, we knock out pretty much everything. We just leave a couple, a handful behind because we are forgetting. And this session kind of wrecked me a little bit. I'm pretty destroyed right now. This was so. I'm feeling the burn hardcore right now. After you been working, if you're at work, and you get that kind of that tight feeling in your chest. You're oh, this is we're working hard right now. You feel the burn. Hopefully it's not I'm having a medical emergency or something. It's not bad, but I just feel like a burning sensation after you focus hard and you studied or something, you're just when you studied for a long time, hours and hours and hours and hours. That kind of burn. Not an actual MI or something. No. A little too young to be having that happen. I mean, we're getting old, but we're not in that risk age group. Anyway, sorry, that was off topic. Just rambling, but yeah, we get done with Quest Purgatory. No more of this stuff, so I'm super relieved to not have to have this on my mind any longer. We'll just knock out whatever quests pop up that are pertinent and important for us to do, but for the most part it's all over now, thank goodness. I think we end at 40% with our quest, 40% out of the 800 for not the one right before Virtuoso, so we're making good progress there. And yeah, I think we get a little bit of a second wind after we come back on after the maintenance, because then we're deciding to do some of the tentacles, the Meteon tentacle quest. I think we compromise and we say we'll go up to the 300 collection quest, but we leave the 400 for later. And like I said, I have no idea what I'm doing in Omega. Sure, I've glanced at the quests and some guides, but I don't remember because I am not in depth reading them. And I don't like questing, so I'm not gonna spend too much time looking at it. So as a result, we're pretty inefficient. We could have saved maybe 5 or double the amount of trips that we backtracked, but it's no big deal because in the end we get it done. And it's just an organic kind of learning process. I could totally edit this and frame myself as a perfect player, but I mean nobody is. I'm not, and anybody who thinks they're perfect probably isn't at all times. So this is a very glaring weak point, a weak area as a player for me, and I'm not going to try to hide it or anything. So yeah, you kind of get the POV of a guy who has no idea what he's doing quests. So yeah, just doing that kill quest and the laser gun collection quest. So there'll probably be parts in this video where I just won't really say much because there really is not much to be said. it just kind of speaks for itself. Like, we'll just be grinding, because these are very grindy quests. Like, very, very grindy. And, yeah, hard to kind of stay engaged and interested. Like, I space out a bit in that our Zerking suffers a lot because of that. But we still keep it up, you know, like 90% of the time. And I said that we maxed HP last episode, last part 3, but it's only at 20. Yeah, so we have 10 more points of HP to go. So never mind. We're gonna have our HP is gonna keep climbing up pretty quickly. I just totally slipped my mind. Yeah, it goes to show how much I know about Warrior and, you know, and like just Darks in general. But yeah, I thought it was 20 because a lot of skills are commonly maxed out at 20. But nope, not for this one. So yeah, it doesn't hurt us because we only put 1 in that Iron Will thing. So it just takes us 1 more level to max it out. Like, we didn't dump like 6 SP into Iron Will, we just put 1. And, yep. Get those laser guns. I think that was like gun 60. We end up tossing it. And that quest, that event, the 8 of each, is pretty lit because it gives you a 1.1 EXP and drop card for 4 hours, which is kind of cool. And I don't want to say bad because it's not inherently bad, but it kind of makes you want to use up the full duration of it, like all 4 hours, and that's a long time to be playing this game. So that might be why we're feeling a bit of a burn and just tired, because we literally just quested for 4 hours. But I had a very strong impetus to do so, because we would just not have to do this. We would just have to not go through this anymore if we just get it done now. So yeah, we just kind of bear up, suck it up, and knock out all of these Omega quests. I think all of them. Yeah, we knock out all of Omega Sector. Like, we knock them out, but sometimes some of them we forgot to turn in. But they're done. So we'll turn them in next time we go here. Which should be pretty quick, because we got those warp capsules and those Nautilus warp cards. So we don't need to take any ships or anything. We're just going to be right here. And yeah. I really, really wish I picked up the alien food, because later on we get Umis from Shawa, we get requests, and this alien Grey asks for 400 alien foods for the space food. Oh. And that's like a good quest too. That's a very good quest. You can get a lot of potentially good scrolls if you get a lucky RNG tied to it. So it can either be super rewarding or just like a kick in the nuts, I guess. Not only that, you spend like you have to give her 5 mil, which isn't like chump change. So we'll get that done later. Like, at the end, I'm just so over this questing nonsense that yeah, we just have no more capacity to carry on. And there we go, we realize, we say, oh, HP's not maxed like we thought. Yeah, just trying to think how to best handle this questing kind of sequence. We don't think nearly long enough because it's not very well planned. We kind of stand there for a couple seconds staring at the 5th card for the Madions, and then we just pick it up, and because of that, we just say might as well just go up to 300 on the collection quest, which we do. And this is like a multifaceted kind of grind, so that's why I was more willing to do it, because these drop GFA 60s, like Blood for Attacks, and I was hoping to just nab a couple, but we only get like 2. So that puts us at 3 GFA 60s and 1 GFA 70, which is nice because that's like 4. So we'll get the 5th glove for attack somewhere down the line. Like something is bound to drop it, or we'll catch it. And ideally, I want to use like a glove 30 weapon attack and have that pass. If it doesn't go through, we'll just keep trying, and then we'll finish it off with those 60s and 70s. So I think that's going to be kind of what I want to be going for when we're trying to make a 10 o'clock glove. And yeah, we're here for a little while. Just Medions. They're so fast, like they move relatively quickly, like they're not really like, they're hard to catch up to. And then they'll like juke you, they juke me a couple of times. So I have to make a quick decision on whether I want to chase it and add one more to our kind of ball, or just pass it up. Yeah. It goes by like kind of quick, like it's not like as bad as some collection quests, because the spawn here is great. It's just, you know, kind of tedious. And oh yeah, the event, it gives you this like echo, this global echo buff. I'm not sure if it stacks with the actual echo, but if it did, that would be insane. I doubt it though, that would be overpowered. That would actually be game breaking. But for us, we don't have access to echo. I'm not sure if that would be breaking the rules if we go into FM and request it, but this is guaranteed to be not against the rules. And it's just nice to have that 4% bonus to just your damage, overall damage. So it's like a free attack pot that you can put another attack pot on, which is nice, very nice. And yeah, we're at the last kind of Medion collection quest that we're willing to go up to. So there's a light at the end of the tunnel for this part here. Although there's a lot of darkness ahead too, because we have yet to even touch Boswell Field, I think. Well, actually that's not true. We did some of those kill quests, but there's a lot of stuff to go. Especially in Cullen Field, the alien, the Greys. Like that's a decent amount of stuff you gotta do there. A little let down we didn't get like a fat stack of GFAs, because we killed a bunch of these. There's one right there. But yeah, we only got 2. It's enough to work with, but it's always nice to have more, just so you can really guarantee that 10 weapon attack. Yeah, I sped this up as much as I could to where you could still kind of make out what happens on the screen. But yeah, this is very sped up. And I doubt you'd want to watch this at any slower of a speed unless you are an enjoyer of quests. More to go. Kind of stick to this off-limit map because I think this is the spawn that has the best spawn for these. I mean, I'll take the spawn over a large area to traverse just because we have like 132 movement speed right now. It's not as bad. Can you imagine doing this at like 100 movement speed, like base movement speed, or the 116 we're at? Can you imagine? I can't, because I wouldn't even do it if that was the case. I'd be like, yep, nope. Nope, I'm good. That's the 400. I'll get to that later, if at all. Because I want to grind Platoon Chronos for GFAs, because the GFA is the second rarest drop from those. So realistically, we're going to get way more from just doing Platoon Chronos. I know we said that was going to be like a big, like, quote-unquote, heavy grind, right? But we didn't even touch them. And, you know, that's just kind of how it went. We were just too preoccupied. Questing took up all of our mental capacity to do stuff. We just had to kind of tunnel vision it. Because, I don't know, it's just hard to keep doing something you don't particularly enjoy in the game. So we had to really just use some willpower and do it. Ignore everything else or just put it on hold. So what is going to happen, and I guarantee it because we're doing a next episode, is we're going to go to Hoodoos and Voodoo's and start farming Heartstoppers, and we're probably going to stay there till level 60 or something. We get a nice Storm Finger. Like, we got a bunch of Knucklers 60s. We might try to drop a 30 if we get it from Gatch, and try to maybe spin a profit off of it for the you Gobi Leech sellers. Yeah, we get a nice outcome on it. That'll be a pretty penny. And it'll be kind of a sink for dummy scrolls. And I think from our last session, I'm convinced dummy scrolling works. Like, you saw it. Like, that was there. It's irrefutable. Had we not dummied, we would have blown up so much stuff. And we would have missed 1 or 2 more slots. Although the beginning was kind of stupid. It made us look dumb because we got 2 30s to pass. I think one boomed and then 2 passed. So, yeah, you can't. I guess there is no way to know how it's gonna go, even with dummies, until you just actually go for it, because they can literally go up, down, you know, left, right, or sideways. Diagonal. You have no idea where the scroll is gonna do, what it's gonna do, until you actually just drop it. But when it did do bad things, we did it on a dummy. So it works sometimes. So I think we won't overdo it like we did in the first session. We'll just drop 1 or 2. How about 4 maximum dummies per session? And that's like for everything. 4 dummies total across all the equipment we scroll. Yeah, so we're just knocking out Ultra Grays here. I was keeping an eye out for a Xeno spawn, just because we're 800 NX off from 30k, and I thought maybe it'd be kind of cool if we got another Gatch session in, a 35 ticket Gatch session. Anyways, we were completely fried from this Omega questing, so we head back too early. We don't even finish the Ultra Gray kills. But it's fine, because we were also kind of spacing out. We forgot to get the Zeta Gray cell. So we just make sure we get that while we're walking back. And those flying aliens aren't so bad. The Zeta Grays aren't bad because they're kind of big. They got a big hitbox. So it's not like you're trying to hit like a tiny sturge bat or a little bird or like RC airplane. These things are like pretty big. So I would actually grind that. It wouldn't suck, despite being a flyer. And yep, I think we're done with the Ultra Great quest now. So continuing on. Get a spear 10%. That would be so great. That would be just real something to pass. I believe we can get it to pass if we do a bunch of 10% dummies, which we have. We're holding on to 10% like bad ones too, the dummy. So I think if like 6 or 7 fail in a row, then we can drop the 10% spear increase our odds of getting it to pass. Totally right. That's how it's gonna go down. That's how RNG works. Totally. You can totally manipulate it to get what you want because it's totally a thing you can manipulate and predict. Yeah, just getting the meteorite samples. This is a little obscure on finding those meteorite clickable objects. And all done now. Checking for Xeno again because I feel like there it is. We maple pop this. And the cool thing about I chose snowshoes because they have spikes on them. So you know the Cody teamwork token thing? It can give you a 10% spike scroll, and if that passes, it's like pretty much your shoe pretty much becomes a snowshoe. And it's good because when you get super knockback, like with Xeno, it doesn't knock you back as far. So if you didn't, I didn't know that until very recently. And I believe when you get like hit for anything, you get knocked back slightly less, very slightly, I think. So that's mainly why I went with the snowshoe, the red snowshoe. And also we'll be in Nath, so many reasons why we went with it. I think it was an okay choice. Going, wait, that was all of Omega. Wait, that quote-unquote all. Like we forgot to do a bunch of stuff, but they're done. So we're climbing back up, just on foot, because there's a bunch of stuff we can hit on the way back up. I actually didn't use the hyper TP rock, so I think we're just gonna have it in our inventory and just save maps that we will need to get to later. And yeah, doing that cleanup quest, the one that we left for later, last episode. And see, these things are like tiny, so tiny. As a result, they're kind of difficult, but no problem, we're done. Done with killing those birdies. And a part here that we spend a little bit of time at is we're grinding this map here for those golem blocks. And I had no idea, but these the dark block golems, they drop spear attack 60s. And I think we get like 2 of them here. And that's awesome. So we're motivated to grind this a little more. As when we find out that they do drop them. And we're definitely going to be back, I think. Because the experience is kind of nice. And I am fairly certain because we could have completed both these card sets, but we opt not to because we want to grind. We're going to grind with the XP bonus from the card set. This guy is taking our map, so we just map owner it and raise his fame and tell him about what an Iron Man is, because he didn't know. Kind of suggest him to try out the game mode, or check out on the forums to see if he is interested in attempting it. But yeah, we just changed maps because there's drops in the ground that he killed. They were technically his. No, they were mine because I owned the map, but I didn't want to take that chance, so we just get a fresh channel. And yeah, gonna be here for a good amount of time. Yeah, checking spear 60. That puts us at 3 total 60% spears. So need to grind a little less for our soul spear in terms of getting scrolls to use them on. I would love to get a spear 30 from Mushroom Shrine, because the soul spear is kind of like it in terms of accuracy spear. That's maybe semi-viable for early late game. And if we get 2, I'm gonna go for 3 30% passes on one, and then finish it off with 60s. Just because we need it to be a bit stronger, because we're kind of relying on attack pots right now to do acceptable damage. Just because we've just been questing, haven't been really working on our gear. But that's gonna change after this episode, because no more questing episodes, no more. We might knock out a few here and there, like I said, but these 40-minute questing videos are done with forever on this character. I don't want to speak too soon because we are a ways off from quest Virtuoso, or whatever the one before is called. But I'll just do that after we, gear up and do something, like hit a milestone. Just because I don't want to make any more videos about it. And I don't want to do it either. Like, we put in our time, we earned some fun. And yeah, Blocktopus. We're full on our equips, so we just try to drop some stuff. Yep, moving up. Got the gumball machine here, so good thing we got that, so we can actually pick up equipments. Otherwise, I would have had to go back to Omega to NPC things, and God knows we did enough of backtracking this time around. Just such a game changer when you don't have no idea what you're doing. You just takes like twice as long, or even 3 times, if you just played optimally. Yeah. Oh great, we gotta go back down. Kill the Blocktopus for the tool. Yeah. Yes, thank you. Thank you, game. Luckily it went by very quick. And we're getting kind of bogged down with these summoning sacks. I'm just gonna use them all when we get into like a small map. Like, there's applications for it. Like, if you're in need of like this etc. item that only comes from this mob that comes from the sack, or it's in Ludi but you're in a totally opposite kind of continent, you can use the sack to save a trip. But I kind of need to free up some use spaces, because I think we're so just like crammed that it's tough to even repot now, and those summoning sacks are like worthless. Like, I'm not gonna sack people in town, like that's the only use for them. If you want to be like a kind of like that guy, you could. The only sack is like new monster galore. That's like worth anything because they just drop NX. And I'm looking for the Drum Bunny hidden street, but it's not in the game. Because this was a map we used to farm. Everyone used to farm so much in Global because Drum Bunnies dropped Chaos Scrolls, so people would just like farm them for 12 hours at a time, and sometimes not even get a Chaos Scroll. And I might be included in that category. Yeah, normally it's right below the top room there. Like, and then we're kind of confused, and then yeah, it looks completely different from what it should look like. Like there should be like a hidden street there. So just gonna go opt for the lower drum bunny spawns and just get those kind of those dull crystal things there dropping for that quest in Omega. Get that 20, pick up drums while we're at it. And I'm not doing the 1,000 drum bunny quest, like the 1,000 drums. Maybe if they dropped Chaos Scrolls in this server, I would. But yeah, hard pass. No, thank you. No, thank you. Maybe if I actually got rewarded, we got rewarded. If that quest was done properly, like made well. Like that was such a badly made quest. Whoever made that as an idiot. Like if it gave you a good item, you know, then it's okay. No, collect 1,000 drum bunny kits for a 2 Dex warrior helm, level 35. Yes, enjoy. So, NPCing some etceteras. What are we doing now? Oh, core and memory. Helm for Dex. Helm for defense, sorry. 60%. I think we got unlucky? Because it can give you a better scroll, I feel like. So yeah, we got wrecked there in that quest. Yeah, looking for the assistant. I think he's on the left side. Yeah, it's on the left side because he's the guy who put us in that jump quest map. That lovely, lovely jump quest. Yeah, got the box, the machine parts. And we notice there's a big clump of Master Robos above us, and for some reason we can never resist a decent kind of, you know, platform with a lot of mobs. It's like we're like a little bug at night, like a moth, and then the large, you know, platform responds is like the lamp. It's so bright, beautiful. Must go closer. And he's asking us to kill 80 ticks. We think it should go quickly, so we just do it. But I miscalculated the ticks. Their spawn rate sucks. It's just these TikToks. Mostly. But, you know, we started, so let's just finish what we start. And then the one that comes after it, we stop. We don't do that one because it's asking for 200 of the Robo batteries. Like, there's a hidden street that has really good Robo spawn. But just, you know, that quest is not worth doing. The reward sucks. And I am, like, feeling the burn. And I'm just can't wait to be done with this questing because we still have Korean Folktown after this. And I just want to get Korean Folktown done. Like, we're not high enough level for the King Goblin quests, but, you know, knock out pretty much all of it except for those. And that's going to take a little bit of time. Just want to get this over with. You know, in Omega, we missed Dogon's report. Just completely slips our mind. And then we do something completely lame-brained here. Is we came here for ciders. And we walk away without buying any. Oh, and then I go in this game option thing and turn off party invites and trades. Because I think that's part of the rules. So, yeah. It doesn't really matter because I'm not going to accept any invites or accept any trades. But that just kind of guarantees that nobody can do that to me. Nobody can request those. So we fixed our mistake, we get the ciders. Yeah, you can tell this is really wearing on us. Like our commentary is suffering, our gameplay is suffering. This is just a poison. Questing is poison. But I suppose we've been doing it a lot. Because in moderation it actually might be enjoyable. We're just kind of doing it in excess, and this is kind of, I guess, not a surprising outcome. that we're suffering. So yeah, knocking out some rice, those rice collection items while we're waiting for the elevator to come down. Almost get 100. It's not gonna get to 100 of those, I think. On to Korean Folktown. And again, I don't really know how to do these quests in Korean Folktown. Like, I've done a couple more times than others, and the ones that I have trouble with here, like, we pretty much never did. Maybe like once or twice, 3 times at the most. Make sure we get that food, because I think that those are 1 a day, 1 reset per reset. So if we get a bunch, we can like flood the map with king goblins, and then like reap what they drop. Like, I think they drop a couple of nice scrolls potentially. So if we like just get 50 king goblins just in that map, that would be pretty sick. And pop a cider here, I think that was a mistake. Actually it wasn't, because we're not using a sniper pill. If we were using that, we would be able to hit these perfectly. But, you know, we're completely fried right now, so we don't even notice that our sniper pill's not on. And kill 50 of these Hodoris in 30 minutes. Pretty easy. Kind of. If we can just hit them. Yeah, we can't. Well, finally, we activate our sniper pill. Yep. The slow's annoying. I don't want to like burn all cures on this, so we just kind of wait for it to wear off. Each time we get slowed, yeah. At least until we get the Phantom Forest, like the 50 Phantom Seeds done, and we can actually buy all cures, we have a source to replenish them. They're kind of finite right now, so I only use one when it's like necessary. For those big status effects like the seal and the blindness, the darkness, those are the big ones you have to fix right away, otherwise you're just useless. And I'm looking for the axe dude, the axe god, and he's kind of tucked away in an obscure map. So that's just lovely. Backtrack there. We'll do it later. Right now we're just killing Blins. We use a maple pop here just because they hit really hard. Like, fortunately our HP is like 29, so we can Zerk this. But yeah, these things hit like a truck. So we get that hoe, the steel hoe for Kim Chikongji. Done with her. Got the storybook. And now we're just doing the oil from those seacos, those seahorses. Going back to the hidden street before. Got it. Got a car too. Nice. And we're just going back so we get that lost at the ocean guy, the guy we never should have accepted the quest from in the first place. The guy alone caused us so much pain and suffering for just backtracking. Took up so much mental space too. Trying to plan for the dropship quest when it was already just, you know, no longer happening. Get that Dark Letty Furball, the one we dropped like 2 episodes ago. So we're done with climbing stairs. And we'll just try to make sure we don't drop anything else that we need for that quest. Yes, back to Korean Folktown. Wrap things up there. We're almost done with this. Apparently I have to go all the way up. Nope. we didn't look it up yet. We completely go the opposite wrong direction. Then we realize. No, we don't realize. Come on, dude, wake up. Okay, now we realize. And there he is. Got the tree cutter axe first try. I mean, not that it mattered. We had a stack of 200 of those axe, etceteras. The axe and the stump, etc. So we would never not get it. Yep, gave him the axe. Yeah, turned into the kit that became the sun moon thing. Back to Omega. Last questing part right here. And then no more ever again on this character. So we're just gonna knock out Dogon's report and the parts collection, the stolen parts quest. We go for Dogon's first. Dogen. And yeah, now we realize 400 space foods. Wow, we would have had like half of that done if we picked up all the foods we got before, like didn't pick up before. We gotta make a mule. I think we're gonna make a mule and then just like store a bunch of stuff on it. Just because I wasn't picking up a lot of etceteras because I was worried about inventory space, and now we're paying the price for that. And it's not gonna take long. It's gonna take like 30 minutes to make a mule just for an infinite amount of just comfort. I had absolutely no idea how to do this, so we were just like kind of guessing. I think we're looking it up now. Alright. And yep, just mark the platforms with coins. A few lucky guesses there at the end. Alright, done. And then one more quest. One turn in, and then one more quest. So we make a pretty... I mean, how would we know this? Because we don't quest, but there's 3 separate hidden streets to get these parts, and I thought it was just, you can get them all from one. So we kind of get ourselves stuck in a hidden street. The Plateon hidden street that we know. I forgot about the those other 2 that you get the parts from, so I looked them up real quick. Luckily, we had the sense to kind of sense that something was off, like something was wrong, because after we got the part dropped from those boxes in the hidden street we went to at first, there is no more. And yeah, could have just hit the hidden street in Boswell Field 3 and 5, but we just go to the 1 and 4, and we hit these boxes for a long while, just thinking that this is what we're supposed to be doing. And yeah, we're just thinking, oh hey, this is not supposed to be very common, right? It'll come. And eventually we'll kind of feel that something's off here, and we'll consult the internet. And yeah, we're kind of raising an eyebrow right now, making sure we're reading the quest right. And oh yeah, we realized right here, this hidden street. I was here. I've actually been to this hidden street before. I just totally slipped my mind on where it was located at. And yep, here's the part. Last part, and then we're done with quests. Just turn-ins afterwards. I know I said in Victoria last episode we had like 15 quests to turn in. Yeah, I exaggerated, kind of. It's more like 4 or 5. Like, I'm pretty sure some are in Orbis. Like, we just kind of clump them all in our head as Victoria Island quests. So yeah, not nearly 15 turn-ins. That would be a little bit crazy. But we don't miss anything. We leave no stone unturned. We're ready to turn in a bunch of quests after we get this stupid third part. Oh no, we got it already. We just had to give them the alarm clock. Oh, sorry about that. Alright. Empty 09s? Yeah, go. No, I'm not doing that right now. I'm not walking all the way across the map again. Was the intention behind whoever designed these quests to like just make you suffer? By just walking? Death by walking? That's just messed up. Can't wait to our taming mob and our silver mane. Then I'll stop complaining. And yeah. Gonna do quest turn-ins there. Shoe jump for 60. Excellent. And we get the third maple book. We think we give this back to Jay, but it's actually T-Gun and Ludi. So we completely missed that. And we're running into big time use inventory slot issues now, so we're just NPCing some dummy scrolls that we would have used. Just because, you know, dummy scrolling is dumb. It's like it's like a lame brain thing to like commit yourself fully behind. Like, I realize how dumb it is, but a part of me is having trouble letting it go. We check for a zombie mush mom, just see if there's any NX we can nab. Yeah. Just looking to get the cold eye tails and be done with questing for a long time. I'm not even trying to look for NX anymore. Just get this done so we can have fun in the game. Make some video that's actually worth watching and entertaining. Just no more of this. No more. No more, please. I'm at my limit. Yeah, let's get those junior boogie kills, get the horn, etc. items. We can hit them now. I thought we wouldn't be able to. They actually have 27 avoidability, not 37. So, no problem for us. We got accuracy up the wazoo. And yeah. Get these cold eyes. And there's a quest, I think it's called like Potion for Critical Danger or something. So we pick that up and stay a little bit longer at the cold eyes just to finish that up. Oh yeah. Sorry about that. Kind of had a stretch there. Yeah, there is the Cold Mist. 33 of them. They drop fairly often. And Cold Eyes used to drop Chaos Scrolls back in the day too. So people would like farm the heck out of these. Like praying for a Chaos Scroll. I feel like I recall that there were instances where people grind 24 hours and that was on average what it took to get one chaos to drop from these. Is you grind these for 24 hours and you get one chaos. I feel like. Because it was like it was less than 1% chance to drop. I mean, I don't think I'm glad that this server doesn't do it because, you know, you have these insane like maniacs, these quad mage farmers, like just like they play like Farm Story. They would just like probably quad or penta client that map and just like get infinite chaos scrolls, and that would be terrible for the game. So I'm glad they got rid of that in Royals. Or I named the no. I said I wouldn't name the server. But yeah, I'm glad they don't have that here. Yeah, turn in the quest there. God, I'm tired. But it's almost over. It's almost all over. It's all gonna be better soon. We're gonna head over to NLC and park our character there for today. We're gonna wrap it up. Our drop coupon is gonna expire in 2 minutes at the time we saw it. So I'm relieved. I'm glad we don't have to farm, because if there's an hour left, we would have just farmed hoodoos and voodoos for the rest of the hour, just to maximize the drop rate. Hopefully get a few more stoppers and just boost that experience and up. So we take a nice deep breath, we breathe out. It's over. At long last. It's over. Questing Purgatory has concluded now. It's done. Although I'm not sure how much more interesting next episode will be, because we're going to be grinding hoodoos and voodoos for a lengthy amount of time. Like, we're going to be grinding until level 60. See how many stoppers we can just like mass in 5 levels. Like, if we got like a stack of 300 stoppers, that would be pretty sick, because those things get eaten up pretty quick. Like, it'll last us a long time when we actually use it for bosses. But yeah, that's gonna be like a constant area we have to refarm to replenish our stoppers, because it's not gonna be quite as simple as going to the FM and just buying your stack of 100 stoppers. No, it's just we have to farm them ourselves. So that's gonna be a little different. Yeah, this is it. Over now. Next up, bit of a grinding video session, but it's better than questing. Thank goodness we're done with this. I hope you're relieved. I sure am. And thank you very, very much for watching. And if you stuck it through this questing Purgatory, you're built different. So again, thanks. And I will catch you on episode 7. That's right, 7. Okay, bye. Thanks.